In the last 30 minutes, Gervonta Tank Davis just bonded out of jail. Behind me, he was arrested.
My heart's broken. I mean, I'm just so stunned. I'm so stunned. Please, stop the nonsense. It ain't good to make all that money if you ain't got any of it to keep for yourself, bro.
Well, in regard to Gervonta Davis, but I definitely started seeing him do things that were a tad different than that of whom I met back in, I believe, maybe 2017.
Stephen A. Smith has addressed the growing controversy surrounding Gervonta Davis after rumors and online allegations claimed the boxing star was facing bankruptcy. Smith suggested boxing careers are short and the earning window closes quickly. He reminded Tank that the money he makes today should be carefully managed and invested, ensuring financial stability for the day when he can no longer perform at the elite level that has made him a star.
Because as great as you are, I got news for you. You ain't gonna be able to perform like that forever. We all get old. Father Time is undefeated. Make sure your wallets are fat when that day comes for you.
Rumors that Davis is broke gained momentum after celebrity stylist Chris Blake Griffith publicly accused the boxing star of being deep in debt. Blake claimed that Davis owes him $80,000 and has refused to pay the money back, allegations that quickly spread across social media and boxing circles.
When we go through the process of working through my deal and just getting everything situated, his business manager is Al Heyman.
Oh.
There's a man by the name of Ravone 6'4" Little John that is an extension of Al Heyman and is with Gervonta Davis on a day-to-day basis, at least at that point in time. And 6'4" just kept telling me, and this is like October, November, December, January. So like 4 months of me working back and forth with him, and developing this line that he wanted to bring to the world, just like leveraging all aspects of his business, put some merch out there. And he wanted me to head it up. And throughout the negotiations, he wasn't paying me, but he knew my expenses. So if I'm giving you my time, I'm giving you my energy, and my bills are stacking up 20, 40, 60, 80, 4 months, the time comes for me to be able to sign my deal. I told myself I wasn't even, and I flew from LA to Miami to work this deal out with.
According to Griffith, he reached an agreement to design clothing and help develop a fashion line associated with Davis. Still, he alleges that the promised contract was never finalized by Davis's management. Griffith further claimed he was never paid for his creative work, despite Davis allegedly using his ideas, designs, and clothing concepts.
He tells me to fly, 6'4", tells me to fly back to California and get prepared to get ready to work. It's like a Tuesday or something like that. And he says that the contract will be in my email by the end of the week. Thursday, Friday comes, and no contract. Gervonta, at this point in time, had taken a turn from that of whom I knew him to be. Started doing things that didn't really align with that of where we began, and I couldn't align with that.
Yeah,
That's a fact.
How much does he owe you?
Well, at that point in time, my bills probably were about $20,000 a month. And throughout the negotiation period, when he was just about to get that Amazon deal, he looked around and said, I'm buttoning up all aspects of my business. It's a lot of money coming to the forefront. I think the deal was maybe 7 fights or something along those lines. Don't quote me on that, but I know it was an Amazon deal, and he had put the videographers that travel with us every single day, 2 of those guys on payroll. He got everything situated with his brother, because throughout the decade almost a decade that we ran together, just building everything up to this Amazon deal, we had no real structure. We were kind of figuring this thing out on our own. It was us. Matter of fact, when I set Gervonta's interview with you, that was through my DM. If you
really?
Yeah, that's through my.
Wow.
If you go to the
Small world.
Vlad TV Instagram account, you will see messaging between that of your Instagram.
In a recent interview, Stephen A. Smith confronted Davis about the recent allegations and controversies surrounding his financial condition. Rather than avoiding the questions, Davis admitted that he is trying to improve himself and become a better person outside the boxing ring. He also revealed that retirement may be closer than many fans expect, explaining that the demands of professional boxing have become mentally and emotionally draining. Davis said he wants to step away from the sport while he is still healthy and focus on himself, his family, and life beyond boxing.
Feel about you, where you are at right now in your career, pound for pound.
I mean, I can't really say. I just gotta
you know, I'm the type of guy that, you know, I really don't like pay attention to that because I'm still in the mix. So I just gotta keep my head grounded, you know, stay grounded, and just my whole goal was always to go out there and put on a great performance, like every night, you know. So I can't really say right now because I'm still in the mix. Like I said, but hopefully when it's all said and done, I'll be one of them top great fighters.
How soon is it going to be before you're done? Because on several occasions, it's almost like you're alluding to, you only have but so many fights left. You're looking to walk away from the game. How close are you to that, being undefeated and unblemished with some big fights out there for you to get?
It's close for sure. It just I don't know. It's a little draining. I just want to step back for a little bit and just focus.
Conor Benn also weighed in on the controversy surrounding Gervonta Davis, suggesting the issue goes beyond simple financial rumors. Reacting to the allegations, Benn implied that the situation reflects a broader lack of discipline on Davis's part rather than just a disagreement over money. Benn stressed that elite fighters must remain disciplined not only in training, but also in managing their personal lives and business affairs.
You've had some interaction with on social. What do you make of maybe the lack of discipline or arrest?
Lack of discipline? Lack of discipline, is that what you want to put it down to?
Yeah.
It's more than lack of discipline, it's vile. So, I mean, I don't condone that at all in the slightest, so it's not got nothing to do with lack of discipline. It's got everything to do with moral compass. And for me, that's just, yeah.
The controversy surrounding Davis appears to be bigger than just the recent financial allegations. Davis has also faced multiple legal issues over the past year, raising further concerns about his conduct outside the ring. In July 2025, the WBA lightweight champion was arrested on misdemeanor misconduct charges related to an alleged incident involving his former partner.
An hour ago.
Now he's accused of assaulting his ex-girlfriend in front of their children. CBS News Miami's Trish Christakis is live at the jail in West Miami-Dade with details on the allegations against him. Trish?
Yeah, guys, good evening. Well, in the last 30 minutes, Gervonta "Tank" Davis just bonded out of jail. Behind me, he was arrested this morning on the charge of battery of domestic violence. Take a look at that brand new video here. You can see him walking out of the side of TGK using his T-shirt to cover his head, surrounded by correctional officers and what is presumed to be his manager. Now, although we asked him questions about these allegations, he did not say anything to us as he walked out. He just went immediately into the SUV, waiting for him on the side. Now, Davis was arrested this morning, like we just mentioned, on a charge of battery of domestic violence after he allegedly hit his ex-girlfriend outside of her home on Father's Day.
In July 2025, 3 months before this alleged incident, the boxer was arrested on a battery charge, accused of assaulting the mother of his children on Father's Day. This is video of him not speaking to cameras when he was released from TGK. The charges were dropped. In 2023, he was charged with battery, accused of slapping a woman. Florida prosecutors dropped that charge after the victim said she did not wish to proceed. In 2020, he turned himself in after this video that appears to show him grabbing the mother of his child out of her seat at a charity boxing game.
I want to say I'm a boxer, puncher. I'm definitely explosive.
The United States Marshals fugitive
Months later, in January 2026, he was arrested again in Florida on charges including attempted abduction, false imprisonment, and battery stemming from a separate case. While Davis has denied wrongdoing through his legal team and the cases remain unresolved, the repeated arrests have fueled criticism that his biggest battles are now taking place outside the boxing ring.
2.5 weeks from going on. November 14th is the date. We are supposed to think that Jake Paul and Gervonta Davis are going to be fighting on Netflix, but not so fast, my friend. There's another, yes, I said another domestic abuse allegation against Gervonta Davis, and that may either destroy, postpone, change the entire event.
The allegations themselves include battery and intentional infliction of emotional distress, neither of which has yet resulted in criminal charges. Still, given Davis's past legal history, the implications are highly disruptive.
Boxing champion Gervonta "Tank" Davis faces new abuse claims from a woman who claims to be his ex-girlfriend. This is according to our media partner, the Baltimore Banner. Courtney Russell says she dated Davis for 5 months and recently filed a civil lawsuit accusing him of aggravated battery, false imprisonment, and other offenses. She claims Davis physically attacked her a number of times during their relationship. Russell claims the most recent incident was Monday at a Miami nightclub. Davis is scheduled to fight Jake Paul in Miami.
2 years ago, he was taken into custody on similar charges involving misconduct toward a woman. That case had also gained widespread media coverage, with discussions about his behavioral history resurfacing in public debates. The repeated nature of these incidents raises concern about whether Davis has taken meaningful steps to address his past mistakes, or if similar patterns are simply being repeated without any intervention.
His criminal history, Local 10's Roy Ramos is live in Fort Lauderdale with all of the latest developments. Roy.
Sanella and Louie, and we just obtained the 911 calls made by this alleged victim, and in it you can hear her screaming to that dispatcher to send help because she is in fear for her life.
Hey, Devontae, what do you have to say about the charges against you?
No words from 28-year-old star boxer Gervonta Davis as he bonded out of the Broward County Jail Wednesday, a day after he was arrested for allegedly hitting a woman at his Parkland home.
Did you punch that woman in the face?
Davis facing a Broward County judge hours earlier for the domestic battery charge.
Clarissa Shields, who understands the pressures that come with competing at the highest level, offered a compassionate perspective on Gervonta Davis's situation, while praising his exceptional talent in the ring. She said some of his recent interviews suggest he may be dealing with deeper personal and emotional struggles.
A fighter, but he needs to get his mental together. When I hear some of his interviews and I see some of the stuff that he's saying, I can just tell that he's not in love with the sport no more. I can tell that he didn't get his just due. I mean, it was crazy to hear that he said he got evicted out of a house or something like that. And I was just like, what in the world? And like that type of stuff, when you've been fighting and knocking people out and fighting main events. I mean, he fought four main events here at T-Mobile against some of the best fighters. And it's just like, to see that he got evicted from his home and all this other stuff. Now he got kids and, you know, he's not signed with TMT. Mayweather, yeah. Promotions,
he's on his own.
Shields stressed that asking for professional help or seeking therapy should never be seen as a sign of weakness, but as a courageous step toward healing and growth. She explained that emotional health is just as important as physical fitness for athletes who face constant pressure and public attention.
Hear him talk, he's like he want to be a nicer guy for his daughters and he don't want to be therapy. I think he would be better and even a better fighter if he went and did therapy like ASAP, because I can just tell like he's a little sad, he's a little depressed, even before this fight, you know. So I think it'd be a better fight. I think that Lamont has the mental edge. I think anybody right now would have the mental edge over Tank, because to me he just needs to take some serious time to, like, you know, deal with whatever he's having to deal with. Nobody knows what it is, but I mean, me being a fighter, I have done plenty of camps where I was depressed and where I was going through anxiety. So it's not an easy thing to get over, especially when you don't have the support from certain people that you used to have. You're not motivated and stuff like that. So it can be very.
Bernard Hopkins reacted to Davis's recent situation by expressing concern rather than criticism, saying he hopes the young champion can get his life back on track. The boxing legend acknowledged Davis's incredible talent and believes he still has the potential to achieve even greater success if he can overcome his problems outside the ring. Hopkins stressed that many gifted fighters have seen their careers damaged by poor decisions away from boxing, and he does not want Davis to follow the same path. Instead, he encouraged the lightweight star to learn from his mistakes, surround himself with positive influences, and focus on rebuilding both his personal life and professional career before it is too late.
Gervonta Davis being arrested once again. Just give me your thoughts, you know.
Unfortunately, man, I hope he come out, you know what I mean, everybody else come out. I'm not with the domestic violence thing, man, but I hope that, you know, he get that straightened out and he get back to focus on his family and his career. Family first and then career second. But I just wish both ex-girl, his kid's mother, you know what I mean, can get things together and look forward and be positive going forward.
Now, you think his head, you know, is there right now with boxing? Do you think he just needs another mentor? What does he need? Because he's a great talent.
I don't know, and I don't know him that well. millionaires in Maryland or Baltimore, and I live in, Philadelphia. And, we both on the East Coast, tri-state, but I'm not familiar with them, to be able to call him up or talk to him.
Former light heavyweight champion Antonio Tarver has also expressed concern over Gervonta Davis's growing legal troubles, warning that talent alone is not enough to build a lasting legacy. Speaking as one of boxing's respected veteran voices, Tarver stressed that success inside the ring must be matched by discipline and responsibility outside of it. He noted that Davis possesses elite ability and remains one of boxing's biggest attractions, but repeated legal issues threaten to overshadow everything he has accomplished in the sport. Tarver suggested that every poor decision outside the ring puts Davis's career, reputation, and earning potential at risk.
So it kind of, I wouldn't say it's a big shock to a lot of us, but there's this mindset, the fight with Lamont's not signed yet. Apparently he's gonna fight Jake Paul. Like, what's put it in and out of boxing right now?
Hey man, I don't know, but get these guys the bag so they can get the hell on if they not committed and dedicated to the sport. All they want is a bag. Give them a bag so they can go, bro. I mean, let these fighters that really want this, let's parade them. Let's get behind them. Let's support them. Let's build them. I'm not saying I don't know what happened. But I just hope and pray that young man get it together. He's at the top of his career, prime of his career. I would want him to be remembered more by the things that he's doing in the ring rather than out. But, sometimes you gotta win in life too before you can get in that ring.
Tarver urged Davis to take a serious look at his personal life and make changes before it is too late. According to Tarver, being one of the most talented fighters in boxing is not enough if problems outside the ring continue to pile up. He encouraged Davis to mature, surround himself with the right people, and make smarter decisions that protect both his career and his future. Tarver believes true greatness is measured not only by titles and victories, but also by character, discipline, and responsibility. He stressed that lasting success comes from growing as a person as well as an athlete.
It's harder than any opponent that we can face, and I just hope he get it together, bro. I feel like a lot of these young men don't have no mentors, bro. It ain't no more handlers in the game, bro. It ain't nobody taking care of the camp. These guys out here on their own frequency, bro. And I just think there's no more leaders in the game, bro. They not going to where that real energy is that can really humble these guys a little bit. We only got a short period of time to be professional boxers. This is over quick, bro. And you don't ever want to live with no regrets. That'll hunt you, bro. That'll hunt you when you know you had the ability.
Chris Algieri and Paulie Malignaggi argue that Gervonta Tank Davis's situation is different from many legendary boxers who also face legal problems. They point out that fighters like Mike Tyson and Carlos Monzon had already built extraordinary boxing legacies before their legal troubles became the defining part of their public image. In contrast, Davis is still in the middle of his career, and repeated arrests and legal allegations are disrupting his progress before he has fully established himself as an all-time great.
You nailed it right on the head because, like you said, most fighters have their troubles after their career. When they just have too much time on their hands, a lot of money.
No one protecting them.
But also the depression that follows a fight career. I don't care who you are. A part of your life closes, you're no longer that guy. And I don't just mean the guy that's up here, it's just that mentality, that day-to-day goes away. And a lot of times it's very easy to get into trouble, especially if you come from disenfranchised backgrounds and you have those kind of people around you throughout your career. But in terms of where Tank is gonna fall based on his legacy, it seemed like just as he was getting warmed up, 29, 30 years old, when you thought they were gonna let him out and just let him fight all the real guys, that's when this all happened. And if you look at even the way this happened this last time with how the fight fell through with Jake Paul, which in my eyes, 2025, the biggest bag dropped ever was...
Every time he appears ready to take on bigger fights or strengthen his legacy, new controversies emerge. As a result, fans and the media increasingly discuss his legal issues rather than his achievements in the ring, potentially overshadowing his boxing talent and limiting how he will be remembered.